We all have a version of the same mundane fantasy. We wish we could be impervious to the opinions of those around us, possessing a confidence so perfect that insults and haters bounce off us like bullets off a superhero's chest. We imagine this state of total apathy is the pinnacle of self-confidence, a mental fortress where our insecurities finally vanish. But the reality is less heroic. Achieving a mental state where you truly do not care about the thoughts or feelings of anyone else doesn't make you a hero, it makes you a psychopath. The internal mechanism that generates social anxiety is the same one responsible for empathy, compassion, and the ability to hold a friendship together. Trying to delete our social concern is a biological impossibility. Beyond the biology, it would create a morally bankrupt existence. Imagine a world where a child gets sick or your mother is in danger, and you simply don't care. That is the reality of total apathy. Our obsession with others is a survival trait. Compared to the rest of the animal kingdom, humans are physically weak and slow. Our only evolutionary advantage is our advanced sociability. For millions of years, we lived in tribes of about 30 people, where every single relationship was a matter of life and death. You relied on the group for food and shelter and for protection. In that environment, if the tribe kicked you out, you were dead. You could not survive the wild alone. This dynamic hardwired our nervous system to interpret social rejection as a physical threat. To your primitive brain, being mocked or ignored feels exactly like being left to die in the woods. Since we are stuck with this ancient biological alarm system, how are we supposed to navigate the constant 24-hour judgment of the modern world? Because we cannot delete the programming, we have to learn to manually override the alarm by shifting our focus to a different type of data. The goal is to move from trying to stop our care to managing it. It's about choosing who and what deserves our limited concern. Modern life offers an advantage our ancestors never had: the ability to change tribes. If one single group rejects you, you have the freedom to find another one that shares your values. However, if you surround yourself with petty or selfish people, your biological hardware will automatically default to seeking validation from those specific people. Curating your circle is a start, but it's a localized fix. It doesn't change the underlying architecture of how we handle social pressure. Our brains have a finite capacity for what we can prioritize. When the upper tiers of this hierarchy are empty, the brain defaults to scanning for the most basic social signals to ensure we are still safe within the tribe. This reveals the mechanical reality of anxiety. If you aren't obsessing over a stranger's opinion, it's because your attention hierarchy has a vacancy at the top. Your brain is finally filling that empty space with low-value validation because it lacks a more urgent mission to process. Social anxiety acts like a gas in a vacuum. It expands to fill every corner of your mind when you don't have a central, overriding purpose to contain it. Consider an extreme scenario. A baby is trapped in a burning building. You are the only person who can save them, and you immediately run toward the smoke. As you run, a crowd of bystanders starts mocking you. They're calling you names, criticizing your form, and saying you look ridiculous. Does their judgment stop you? Do you even have the mental space to register their insults? The anxiety disappears because the problem in front of you, the life of that child, occupies your entire attention hierarchy. You have identified something so important that the biological need for validation is completely overridden. Immunity to judgment doesn't come from a wall of apathy. It comes from an overwhelming focus on a mission that matters more than the embarrassment of failure. The solution to social anxiety in daily life is finding a project, a value, or a cause that serves as your own burning building. You must find something you believe in so intensely that you are willing to be ridiculed and laughed at in order to achieve it. When your personal mission matters more to you than the applause of the crowd, the noise of other people's opinions finally fades into the background.